One of the frustrating things with mold illness is the sidekicks that it creates in our body, other illnesses, and one is multiple chemical sensitivity. I just went outside taking my food I prepared. I was planning to sit there for a while to do my Bible reading, to do my meditation and my brain retraining. And I sit down and I get this whiff of strong laundry smell. And it's the fragranced kind. And it always makes me have to clear my throat. And it's frustrating when I go outside at the same time a neighbor is doing their laundry using the fragranced soap. And it just irritates my breathing. So I had to come inside. And sometimes it doesn't just affect the throat. Sometimes it's minor to where it just tickles the nose and it's just like, I have to keep, just my natural reaction is to try to shake it out of me. I know that sounds funny, but that's usually like, first reaction is like, it just kind of gives me a shock to my system a little bit. And then I try to shake it out somehow. And then I try to clear my throat if it's worse. I've had instances where instead of being able to sit close to someone, I had to keep taking distance from them because they have that, just the smell of their fabric softener, the perfume on the fabric softener or on their laundry soap it was getting to me. So I just had to, without people noticing, changing where I sit. And that's how I adapt. I went to a party, and when I walked around towards where the people were, I was like, what is that? I'm like, oh, somebody must be doing laundry here at the house of the party. And then I realized it wasn't the owners doing laundry, but it was actually somebody at the party, them and their spouse just, I don't know how to explain it, except it's almost as if there is a bottled perfume for laundry and laundry soap and the softeners, the fabric softener. It's almost like it's put into a spray bottle, and it's just this strong scent that just takes me, every time it takes me by surprise. And I've just had to adapt to it over the last couple of years because it seems like there's new fragrances coming out people are loving, but it is making some of my breathing difficult when I'm around it. So I know that there's fragrance-free groups that are trying to educate folks on not only how it affects those of us who have the multiple chemical sensitivity, but also about the toxicity of it. I remember even when I lived in apartments, you go up 3 flights of stairs to deliver their activity calendar. And I remember always choking and having to clear my throat every time I would walk past somebody's laundry vent who was using the strong fragrances. And then eventually just had to ask my kids and neighbor kids, see if they would do it. And that helped with my breathing. I was the one that used to be in that laundry aisle of the soap and the fabric softeners. I wouldn't bother with the fabric softeners, but I was the one unscrewing the soap, and I would be smelling each one to see which laundry soap smelled the freshest. I didn't like all the perfumey, flowery kind, but I really loved that fresh scent. Yeah, that used to be me, to where now that I have the multiple chemical sensitivity, it is difficult to even walk down a laundry aisle without it causing me breathing issues. So it's pretty wild how this multiple chemical sensitivity does take over a little bit of your breathing when it comes to laundry. And I'm going to do all of my work here, sitting at my dining table, and hopefully be able to go outside in a couple hours and it not be raining yet, so I can sit out there. Many hours later, I'm able to come outside, take a whiff of the air, and no fragrance of laundry being done. Yay! So now I can sit outside. I feel a little bit of sprinkles, but I might be able to sit out for a little bit. Remember, we can be well, even while ill. Take care, friends.